Welcome back to the Silver Lining, where it's no filler, no fluff. We just keep it a buck. And today, got a bunch of topics we want to talk about. I'm going to talk. We got a Game 7 coming up, Cavs Pistons. So we're going to talk about that. Got Thunder and the Spurs, the matchup we all wanted. We're going to get it. So we're going to talk about that. Lisa Leslie said that she would want to, if she could start her team with any, start a team W, it will be Catlin Clark. Do we agree? We'll talk about that. And the NFL schedule just came out. A lot of interesting choices of dates. So we're going to talk about, is the NFL overextending itself? We'll talk about it. Got the crew with us in the building. Got Kurt here. What's going on, brother?
What it do? I'm happy to be here. Let's get it in on this Sunday.
All right. Got my brother Stan. What's going on, man?
What's going on, brothers? Another beautiful Sunday out. Just ready to get to it.
All right. Let's do it. Cavs and the Pistons. Game 7. How about the Pistons, man? Another Game 7. This is, number one seed. They have been very resilient. When they lost Game 5, it was such a bad loss. It was a horrible loss. When they lost that game, I honestly was like, they might be in trouble. But they
At home.
Yeah, they came right back and won on the road for Game 6. So we got Game 7, and we got the Cavs here. James Harden. Getting ready for Game 7.
Game 7.
Kurt, what do you think? Who you got in this game?
Hey, yo, before I talk about Game 7, can I talk about the end of Game 6 one time? Just one time.
What do you think?
You visit that. The nigga James Harden, bro. I don't know why it works like this for him, bro. First of all, he missed the 2 clutch shots, right? Mm-hmm. And then he falls on the ground and just lays there, sits there, right? They get the ball back, and he goes to throw the pass, and the motherfucker slipped where his fat ass was sitting at. Like, bro, it's all like I don't. Why does it happen to James Harden like this, yo? Like that nigga slipped in the same spot his big fat ass was sitting in, dog. Like I don't know why it works like that for James Harden. I guess that's just a part of having him on your team. But if we moving forward, Game 7 at home for the Pistons. If you're the Pistons, you're thinking, if you told us at the end of the season we was going to have a Game 7 at home, we like our chances against anybody, okay? I don't trust James Harden in Game 7. Donovan Mitchell has been that Batman that I've been asking him to be this series. He's going to have to be that again today. Game 5, listen, Game 5, Donovan Mitchell went crazy. Game 6, he did his thing too. But what I'm saying is he going to do that today also? I need that same energy from Donovan Mitchell in order for them to win. Because although I don't believe in James Harden, I think the Cavs can win, even if he have a bullshit game. But Donovan Mitchell is going to be the key. But with that being said, I'm going with the Pistons. Game 7 at home. The best player on the court will be Cade Cunningham. And Asua Thompson.
Yeah.
Them niggas, bro, they don't shoot the ball at all. But they affect the game. That man, what he had last game, like 10 points, but he had like 9 rebounds. He had like 4 assists. Like, bro, this man was literally everywhere. Every loose ball, Asua Thomas. Every time, like the them 50-50 rebounds, Asua Thompson. Like setting the picks. Oh, I'm not gonna shoot, but I'm gonna pass it to you, set you a pick, you come out the pick and shoot. Like, bro, the way he can affect the game, him and his brother, they both do that. If that nigga ever get a jumper, it's gonna be over for the world, bro. But I'm gonna pick Detroit because number one, it's a Game 7 at home, and I think it's so close because I think Donovan Mitchell gonna have a big game, and when Donovan Mitchell has one of those big games, Cleveland is a totally different team. So if Donovan Mitchell has a big game, you're going to get Cleveland at their best, which I believe he will have. So it's kind of hard with the way Donovan Mitchell has been playing this series to go against Cleveland. You understand what I'm saying? Like that man really been the bat. I've been saying, Donovan, prove you're a Batman. Prove you're a Batman. Prove it. Prove it. Bro, really proved it this series. I really got to put respect on his name. So I'm gonna go with Detroit, and it's like by an inch. Cause I think Donovan Mitchell gonna come out and have one of them 40, 50-point games, yo. And when he plays like that, the Cavs are a different team. And if he plays like that, it's not gonna matter if James Harden goes 1 for 8. You understand? They can still win with James Harden going 1 for 8 if Donovan Mitchell picks it up. So in Detroit, somebody's gonna have to score today. This whole grit and grind thing, somebody's gonna have to outside the cage. It's gonna have to be Tobias or somebody. So I'm going with Detroit, but I don't really feel good about going with Detroit because of this nigga Donovan Mitchell, yo. Like I feel like he about to come out and smoke shit, bro. Like he's about to come out because they really don't have a matchup for him. Because it's like if you put Twin Thompson here, then who's gonna rebound? It's like you showing up one leak, but then something else starts leaking. You know how they sew the wall with the hole in it, and somebody is leaking, and they show up one hole that's leaking, then another hole start leaking, then they show up that hole, then another hole start leaking. I think if they make the adjustments for Donovan Mitchell, it's gonna expose them somewhere else. So. I'm gonna go with the Pistons, man. I'm gonna go with the Pistons, but I don't feel good about it.
Stan?
It's gonna be a good game though. I mean, but I probably would lean towards Detroit. They've been the best team in the conference all year, but there's a lot of questions I have for both teams today. Again, with Detroit, it's who's going to step up besides Cade. Cade's been the best player in the series pretty much, throughout the series. He's been the best guy. But who's going to step up for Detroit? Where's Jalen Duren been?
Yeah.
This is a guy who was a 20-10 guy through the regular season who's barely been a 10-8 guy in the postseason. Like, where's Jalen Duren? They got to get something from him. Tobias Harris is going to be looked at. Got to get something more from you, man. It's going to be who's going to step. It's going to be Amir Thompson going to step. Amir Thompson going to step up. It's going to be who steps up besides Cade for Detroit. For Cleveland, same thing. Who's going to step up besides Donovan? Can Donovan go out there and carry this team to a road playoff win in Game 7? Again, I don't want to get into the James Harden thing because we've exhausted the James Harden Game 7 thing to death. James has had a really up and down series. At the beginning of the series, he looked washed. The beginning of the series, he looked like he was almost. It was time for him. He looked slow on defense. They were hunting him on all. They were hunting him defensively,
trying to get the mismatch.
They were hunting him, and he stepped up offensively and had some really big moments in his series that propelled Cleveland over the top. But I still like Detroit coming into the series. I thought they were a better team overall. And at the end of the day, like I said, it's going to be tough to win it's always tough to win on the road in Game 7, period.
Yeah.
Again, Game 7s, I always say, bring out, the men from the boys.
Yeah.
It's a men versus the boys game. Who's going to be the men? Who's going to step up and who's going to, slide away? It's going to be a good game. I just like Detroit. It doesn't really matter because whoever wins is losing to New York in the conference finals.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
This is the Knicks are the Knicks have levitated above everyone in the East right now. They're red hot. They've been hot over the last 3 or 4 weeks. They just ran through the 76ers like nothing.
Yeah, but
I don't think it matters either. Whoever wins is going to go down to New York and probably lose in 5 or 6. But it should be a good game. It should be a good game tonight. Competitive game. But the Pistons are at home. They've been great at home all season. I like Detroit. But it should be a good game.
Yeah, I like Detroit also. And I know you said you don't want to do the James Harden thing, and I get it, but you know,
It's a part of it.
Kurt, you said that you like the Pistons, but you don't feel good about it. I like the Pistons, and I feel pretty good about it because of that. I feel pretty good about it because look, we can't run from the James Harden thing. It's a thing. The reality is he just does not come through in game sevens or game sixes. Really, historically, game sixes he struggled as well. So like that's just a part of it. And in a game 7 on the road, you just gotta have it. You just have to have it. Like I don't. Donovan Mitchell it has been fantastic, but saying that he got to go for 40 for them to have a chance to win, I just don't. I don't like the odds of that. Also, Tobias Harris, if you look at that game 7 he had in the last series with Orlando, he came through. I hate to say it, but I actually have more confidence that Tobias Harris is going to come through tonight than I have that James Harden will. So I'm sorry. I like the Pistons. And I mean,
I'm laughing because I feel the same way,
yo.
You hit me right here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just do. I mean, like I think that I think he's gonna have a good game. I think he's gonna get some good looks. He's gonna knock him down. I mean, Tobias Harris has pretty much gotten good looks throughout the series. It's just a matter of he's coming through and knocking him down. I think tonight's gonna be one of them games where he's hitting them. It's like he did last series. He do that hell celebration, put the ear to the phone and all that. Like I hate that shit. I was getting tired of that shit last series. Like, man, put your damn hands down. But you know. Is what it is. I absolutely like Detroit tonight at home, game 7. I like Pistons for sure.
Yo, but I don't. The thing is, though, when you was like, Donovan, would you say, I shouldn't say Donovan. We shouldn't have to depend on Donovan Mitchell to score 40.
In a game 7, yeah.
Then a game 7, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. In this situation, he has to. He has to. Only way he don't have to is if they catch team fire. If they catch team fire or Detroit just shits the bed, then all right, he cool. Yeah. But if Detroit is about to play like I think they is tonight, he has to have a Kobe game in elimination. He has to have a Jordan game. He has to have one of those classic LeBron games. Even if he don't score 40, he has to have like 25 and 12. What I'm saying is he has to be responsible for 40 points. 25 and 12 will make him responsible for 40. He has to be responsible for 40 tonight.
All right. Anything else y'all want to add?
No, like I said, it's just it'll be funny if James Harden comes out and has like 25 and 8, and it's like
be mad as shit.
I would like to see it.
But it's more likely.
I don't like the narratives. I don't like having narratives on a guy, but I got to be honest.
It's more likely he'll go 2 for 10 and have 7 turnovers and But I hope it's a better. I don't know. James Harden's had probably one of the weirdest careers in basketball over the last. He just had a weird career. Weird, but I'm looking forward to the game. So
me too.
Yeah. Hey Kurt, do you trust James Harden tonight?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. What is it? I'd rather have Peyton Pritchard, Ty Jerome, or one of them niggas tonight, bro. I'd rather have a nigga like Katon. I'd rather have Katon from OKC tonight. A role player that'll step up.
All right, let's talk about that, Ashley, because we got the Spurs and the Thunder. This is the series we all wanted. I mean, this is what we all been talking about since the playoffs started. I really want to start with Kurt here because you got to get the bouquet of flowers, bro. Like we got to throw all the flowers your way because, I mean, you called this like.
Mm-hmm.
You said it at the start of the season. You said at the start of the season that the Spurs was going to be legit. You called them a 50-win team from the jump. You thought they'd be a contender to go to the Western Conference Finals. Like you called all of this, just like how the year before you called the Indiana Pacers. You called it. We didn't see it. You called it all. You called the shot all the way through. So I also make sure you get your flowers for that, man, because those were outstanding takes. So here we are now at the Western Conference Finals, and I am curious, how far are we taking this, Kurt? Who you like?
Hey, can you do me a favor, though?
Yes, sir.
Because last year when y'all gave me my roses, they still had the thorns in them. Can you take the thorns out this year, yo? You gonna take the thorns out? I'm
Absolutely.
The reason why I said the Spurs were going to be good, I thought Wemby would take the steps that he took, of course, but it was Castle. Like when you remove Wemby, a lot of those guys are going to be hurt. Like Castle's not going to be able to get to his spots like he want. Like, but when you put Wemby in the middle of that talent, Keldon Johnson, you got Dylan Harper, like even Champagne, De'Aaron Fox, if he was healthy. Like when I looked at this team, I looked at it like the only thing that can stop them is their inexperience. If they can play bigger than their inexperience, they will have a monster year. And that's what I thought going into the season. Like I hope they play beyond experience because, bro, even if you remove Wemby, you look at that team, it is a bunch of talent. That might be the most in terms of talent and potential. I'm not talking about production. Because when you talk about production, Tony Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan is not going to get too much better than that in NBA history. But I'm talking about in terms of potential and talent level. This might be the most talented in terms of potential Spurs team I've ever seen. Like Dylan Harper is going to be a for real ball player. You know what I'm saying? Like those guys can play. And this is the most underrated thing about the Spurs. They have an amazing coach. That motherfucker, no X's and O's. He be making them adjustments. Time out. He sees somebody coming to the bench. Oh, they putting him in. Hey, hurry up. Come on. Hit the scores table. Like, bro, he is an amazing coach. And we should have known he was going to be amazing. He was handpicked by Pop.
Hold on, Kurt. 1 second. We got a new subscriber. Anthony said just subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it, brother.
What's up, Anthony?
Good looking out.
Shout out to you. I just felt like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going with the Spurs in 6.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Listen, San Antonio was fucking them up all year.
Yeah.
San Antonio is the team that can beat them. They young, they athletic, they fast, they well coached, and they're equally as talented. And when them boys is on, like when they shooting with confidence, I'm going with the Spurs. Listen, Wemby has to play the entire series. He can't get hurt one game or he can't do nothing stupid and get suspended. He has to play the entire series. But I'm going with the Spurs in 6. And the reason I'm doing it, and this gonna sound crazy. This gonna sound crazy when I'm about to say this. This series, they are going to prove that they are a deeper team. They can go 10 deep just like OKC, and they're going to prove that shit this series, bro. They can go 10 deep. Now, when you say Chet Holmgren and J-Dub, there's nobody on the Spurs that's as good as Chet Holmgren and J-Dub. But the next 6 players might be Spurs. You see what I'm saying? Once you get past Wemby, like OKC don't have a player that can do what Castle does outside of J-Dub. They don't have a player that can score like Keldon Johnson. They don't have a player that can run like De'Aaron Fox. They don't have outside of their big 3, outside of Wemby. Like the Spurs are still a dangerous team if they can play beyond experience. Listen, if the Spurs had already lost, if this Spurs team had already lost in the playoffs once or twice, then I would have picked them to win the championship this year. The only reason I didn't was because of their inexperience. If they can play experienced with all of that talent, Champagne, Vassell, like, bro, this is a loaded ass team, bro. And they have a chance. They have the best chance of beating OKC. And Wemby has to be an alien. He has to be ET phone home. He can't have no regular games. That man just had 12 blocks in the game. You know what I mean? Shit like that. How you get a triple-double when blocks is one of the things you get a triple. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting Wemby to show up and to prove that it's his league now. I'm going with the Spurs in 6, man. I've been riding with them. I've been riding with them since the beginning of the year,
I
dog.
love it.
And look, OKC, they're too confident. They're too confident. But you know the one team that they scared of? The one team that Shea said, they just got our number. You know what team that was this year
Yeah,
when he
yeah,
said
it's
that?
true. It's facts.
It
It's
was
facts.
the Spurs.
It's
Beat them
facts.
niggas 3 times in a row.
It's facts.
So I'm going with the Spurs in 6. The playoffs is all about matchups, and this is a terrible matchup for OKC because the Spurs are just as young, just as fast, just as well coached, just as athletic, and they got Wemby. I'm going with the Spurs in 6.
Ooh, I love it. Before I come to you, Stan, we got a couple of chats here. Honestly, San Antonio is playing with house money right now. Nobody expects them to go this far in the playoffs. This quickly became because of their experience. I have OKC winning. Says Thunder in 7.
Hey Anthony, hey Anthony, you can't say that nobody expected them to do this because I did, bro. Hey,
Yeah,
you
he
gotta
did.
check out our channel and see our predictions on the NBA season. I told niggas this is what the Spurs was gonna be, bro.
You did.
I said it.
You did. That's fair. That you did. Wow. Stan, what do you say?
First of all, he's not the only person that called the Spurs doing this. I mean, there was
Nah,
a lot
I
of
ain't hear
people.
nobody. No. I ain't hear nobody else say this.
There were
Somebody
a
said
lot of
this.
people.
They said West Finals.
A lot of people thought
50
they
wins.
A lot of people. I thought they were a 50-win team.
You did. I gotta watch that video again. I remember you saying that.
I think that here's the thing. They are a year
Okay.
ahead of schedule. I'll say that.
Yeah.
They are a year ahead
That's
of
what we said.
schedule.
Yeah.
I
I'll
think a
agree
lot
with
of people saw this in a couple of years with this team, but they are ahead of schedule. They're ready now. Like they're ready now. Like
Yeah.
this team. Well, first of all, it's a sombering thing because as a Lakers fan, you're kind of looking at this Spurs
Nah.
and Thunder team, and you're just like, I mean, I don't. This is going to probably be the West Finals if things go good for them. This is going to be the West Finals like the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, yo, facts.
This gonna be the new Pistons and Celtics in the
And
East back in
Celtics,
the
yeah.
80s.
That's what this is. This is what this
Bulls
is.
and Knicks. The Bulls
Bulls
and
and
Knicks
Knicks.
played every year. That's what this is.
This is what this is. And again, as a Laker fan, you kind of looking at it like,
Yeah.
these two teams are well equipped to stay in contention for the next 5 to 10 years because of their youth, because of the top level guys being that good and their assets that they have. The Thunder could, if they really wanted to, if they wanted to get frisky this offseason, let's just say the Spurs do take them down in this series, which is possible. I'm not calling it though. The Thunder in 6. But let's just say that the Thunder got knocked out. You know, they could theoretically go to Chicago or even Utah, not Washington. Washington would be fucking insane to trade that pick. But they could go to them teams and say, hey, we want to move up to the 2nd or 3rd pick. We'll give you Mitchell, we'll give you Dort, and we'll give you a bunch of first round picks in the future. And it could be, and they will be meetings about that. And they can get another guy. They
They
are
go get
set.
Giannis if they want to in the offseason.
That would be stupid to do that. But again, we'll probably talk a lot about Giannis in the next few months. But
Yeah,
I would not trade for him. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't trade young assets for him. But these two teams are going to be set up to be contending for the next 5 to 10 years. And I just don't know as a Laker fan where my path is to get back to where's my path to get back to the championship level
We don't have
with
one.
these two teams. But they're going to be these are the two teams, man. These are the guys.
Yep.
These are the two teams that are going to be the next 5 to 10 years are going to be the teams to beat. You're going to have to you're trying to beat them. And it's going to be a great series. It's probably the best in terms of talent on both sides. Probably the best series we've had in probably 8 years, maybe. Like it is going to be high level basketball. The thing with Wemby, and again, Wemby's been unreal.
1 second, Sam. I'm gonna cut you off 1 second. I just want to play what Kurt said.
How you found it?
San Antonio Spurs.
There we go.
40 43 and a half. Hurt.
Bro, I think the San Antonio Spurs. Hit me out before y'all get mad, because I know y'all about to kill me. Y'all about to crush me. But I think the San Antonio Spurs will win 55 games and be the 4th or 3rd seed in the West. Talk your shit, nigga.
That.
Okay?
I'm clipping that.
I believe the San Antonio Spurs will get home court advantage in the first round.
San Antonio Spurs.
There we go.
So yeah, I just wanted to play that real quick.
I told niggas, man. I told niggas, bro. Listen.
I can't believe that over and under was 43 and a half. Like, it seems
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, that is laughable. 43 was kind of crazy though. That's it. Like, wow, that was an easy one. But yeah, man.
Couple of quick chats here. No, I'm not talking about you guys.
Oh yeah.
I'm
That's
talking
true.
about the national media. Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah, the national media for sure. They wasn't giving the Spurs a chance. He right about that.
Yep, I feel like people misconstrue just because a team dominates a team in the regular season that it translates to the playoffs. Playoffs balls, yeah, absolutely different. Absolutely.
Now you right. He's right about that.
And that's the point I was getting ready to make. Yeah, they did beat them 4 out of 5 times in the regular season, including the in-season tournament. So, yeah, they seem like they had their number, but it's the playoffs, man. It's different animal. And
what I'm saying is, go ahead. I'm sorry, Stan. Go ahead.
No, it's like the Thunder have not broken a sweat in the first 2 rounds. They ran through the Suns like nothing, and they ran through the Lakers like nothing. And I don't know how you deal with them matchup wise when they can just say, well, Shea didn't even have a monster game in the Lakers series.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he had a monster like 35-7 in that Lakers series. Didn't need to because Chet was putting up 20 and 10. Mitchell was
averaging 20 against us, and he was only averaging 3 points in the regular season, but he put up 20 against us a game in that series.
Yeah, man. Like Mitchell. That dude, Mitchell, could probably be a 25-point scorer on like a dozen teams in the league. Yep. They got guys like that, like Caruso. Caruso is an all-defensive, could be an all-defensive guy if he played 25, 30 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
He was that good with the Lakers. I'm still pissed that we just let him go so that we could, I don't want to get into that. But yeah, it's like they got guys. They obviously match the Spurs in terms of depth, but they are deep. OKC is, I think, a little bit deeper, man. They got Jared McCain from the Sixers for a bunch of second-round picks.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And Jared McCain came in game 2 of the Lakers series and hit like 5 threes in like 15 minutes. They are a machine, and they are well equipped, like I said, to survive this current NBA first apron bullshit. They can survive it, and so can the Spurs because of their youth, because of their assets. Now, San Antonio, like I said, I thought they were a year ahead of schedule. I thought by this time next year, this is where they will be. So I'm a little surprised that they got here that fast. But you could kind of, you just saw it from the start of the season that they were just, they took the leap. Wemby, the thing with Wemby is, and I know what you said about him, he hasn't done it yet. And that's the thing why I have to push back a little bit on Wemby. He hasn't played a series fully without getting hurt or suspended or whatever.
Yeah. That's why I said that. Yep.
And that's been my thing with him this whole time is like, can I see it first? I haven't seen him play 3-4 months in a row without getting an injury or something. And that's what I'm looking at. But look, he's been phenomenal. He was phenomenal in the Minnesota series when he was out there. I mean, even game 1 in the Minnesota series, he shot like crap, but he still had, what do you have, like 12 blocks?
12 blocks. He had a triple-double.
He had a triple-double with blocks. And he could have got a quad. I think he had like 7 assists, so he wouldn't fall from a quad double. That's some David Robinson shit. Like,
Olajuwon type shit. Fuck is he
no,
on?
man, this dude's a freak of nature, man. I don't know what you do with him. And now he's starting. And when he shoots the ball from the outside with confidence, I don't know how you fuck with him at all.
At
When it's
all.
that when him and Fox and him and Harper are running that pick and pop, I don't know how you stop that if he's gonna hit them shots. That's the only thing with San Antonio, and the reason why I don't think they're gonna win the series is that their 3-point shooting can go to shit sometimes. Their
Yes.
shots, they can go. They have these little. They've had a couple of these lows in these games where the shots weren't falling. And when you're a young team, you're like, how do you respond to that? Especially in this moment where stakes are high. We're talking about going to the finals now. It's not, December basketball. This is the finals. We're going to the finals now. Now, this is who's going to go there. And it's like, I wonder how they react to when the shots don't fall. Because they've had these moments in the playoffs. They've had these moments where the shooting kind of goes to shit, and the offense kind of gets that toilet bowl look to it. But kind of gets not a lot of ball movement, clog, and bad shots. You don't see that with the Thunder. You just don't see that kind of shit with them. They know what they're doing, and they got to say even Shea. They just announced Shea won MVP.
Well, we knew that. I knew that.
Again, it could have gone. I don't know.
Who went the Joker?
Only reason why I'm looking at that is like, look at the team Shea got. Again, he got a bunch of dudes in that team that could be as good as him and put up the numbers he put up, and we've seen it. Like,
yes.
So again, and what's hilarious about the Thunder is that J Dub hasn't played really all of the playoffs. This is their second best player. This is a guy who dropped 40 in the finals game last year.
Yep.
And he hadn't even played, and they still look like this juggernaut. So I don't know, man. I don't think they can be stopped right now, even by the Spurs. And again, it's going to be Spurs and Thunder trading off titles over the next 5 years, I think.
Look,
hold on. How many games, Stan? So you're picking the Thunder? How many games?
I'm thinking 6 or 7. I think probably 7.
7.
I think it's going to be.
If you're saying 7, you saying it's a pick 'em. If it's going 7, it's a pick 'em game. It's a pick 'em.
Yeah, but I like the Thunder. I just
Thunder. Okay.
I just think that they are a juggernaut, and I don't think they can. I don't think the Spurs are ready to take them down yet in a 7-game series.
But this is my logic, though, Stan.
Kurt, hold that point. I got a couple of comments I want to post real quick. So
go ahead.
Hold your point. Make sure you store that point in there. I also make sure I don't want to cut you off, but I want to answer some of these chats here. Anthony said that it was sickening as the rich keep getting richer. And reports that I'm seeing is that they're going to be trading up in the first round from 12 into the top 10 and get another player. I mean, sadly, they have the assets to do it. I mean,
I just said that. Yeah, I was saying, like,
yeah,
if they wanted to, they could do that because they have the assets to do it, and they've got smart front office people who, again, they have been the greatest rebuilding story that we've had in the NBA and maybe ever. This is a team that 3 or 4 years ago and lost 65 games.
Yep.
This is the best rebuilding story we've seen in the NBA and how they've done it and where they were to where they are now.
Yep.
The Spurs are a close second, though. But
I would put Detroit in that class too, because remember 2-3 years ago they was the laughing stock. They was in the locker room like, yo, we not this bad.
real
Detroit
quick,
too. Detroit.
Another comment here, guys. As much as I like Wemby, I feel like his body is not going to last in the league.
That's a good point.
Skinny, he's not that big. Yeah, I mean, look, when you look at Wemby,
that's a very good point.
Like when you look at his body, it just looks like a body that's going to be in a suit on the sidelines. It just looks like that. But so far, so good. I mean, nothing.
But they kind of said that, and just my point, Anthony. Because they kind of said that about Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant ain't hardly got any bigger. But Kevin Durant wasn't banging with Joker.
Yeah.
Wasn't banging with guys like Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren. He wasn't banging with bigs. So I get what you're saying, but I feel like Wemby is a year or two away from being what Giannis was. Remember how Giannis bulked up? He just got to bulk up. That's all.
I say it's 250 pounds, but it's 250 pounds is more slim than bulky.
Right.
And a slim body type does not last when you're playing center. It's true.
We need to get to about 275, bro. 280.
He'll get
Yeah, I
there.
feel like a defensive player of the year should be given to those about most versatile defender instead of a one-dimensional shot blocker. Who won defensive player of the league? Defensive player of the year, is it Wemby?
I think
He'll
it's
probably
Wemby.
win.
Okay.
It got, but I get what he's saying because you got a guy like Amen Thomas. Like
Yeah.
Amen Thomas will come out and he'll play Trey Young one night. Then the next night he gonna play Devin Booker. Then the next night he gonna play Paolo Banchero. Then the next night he might have to play Giannis.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
If he's making that case like a guy like Amen Thompson, who does more than just shot block and rebound, I get it, but Wemby changed everything. Like that nigga be in the paint and niggas be scared to shoot threes, dog. You know what I'm saying? I get what he's saying. And to a certain degree, he has a great point with that because, like I said, Amen Thompson is going to play everybody. Ashur Thompson is going to play everybody. OG Anunoby, one of the most underrated defenders in the entire league. Anunoby is literally going to play 1 through 4 every night. I get that. I get that.
So
I respect that, but
defensive player of the year goes to a guy like Rudy Gobert, who doesn't really guard any other position and stays in the post and block shot. I mean, it's facts. But I do think that like when you're an elite shot blocker, you change the game. Like at that point, like your defense can literally like funnel people right to you. It just changes the game. I do, like you said, I do hear what he's saying though, because
because that logic is why Marcus Smart won it a couple years ago. That same logic that he's using. Like, listen, this man plays the best scorer on every team. Marcus Smart is playing him.
Yep.
That's why he won Defensive Player of the Year. It wasn't that he was leading the league in steals or blocks, but he was actually strapping belt the ass 1 through 3 the whole season.
Yep.
I get that. I respect that opinion.
Lockdown defenders are definitely a valuable thing, but it comes down to the fact that Wemby is altering shots at the rim.
Yeah.
And he's altering where the guys want to go to the rim and settle for 25-foot jump shots. Like this, you can't really quantify that. And especially in the playoffs, a guy getting 12 blocks in a game is 12 blocks in a game. I don't give a fuck what it is. What are you talking about? This nigga got 12 blocks in a game.
Will Chamberlain shit.
That's some Will Chamberlain shit, man. Like you can't quantify that. You know what I'm saying? He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year as many years as he wants, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, you just can't quantify that ability to alter shots and alter teams' game plans. Like we can't go to the paint. We gotta settle for jump shots because we can't go because no matter what we do, there's a 7'6" dude out there that's just gonna swat everything out. There's something to that, you know what I'm saying? So
and yo, this what I was trying to say though, Red.
Okay, go ahead.
A point guard that can get his shot but facilitates everybody else, right? A team that has weapons and every night one of them weapons can hurt you. Who does that sound like? The Pacers last year. The pass first point guard surrounded by guys that can hurt you, right? Now drop Wemby. I feel like they are the Pacers with Wemby. That's what I feel about the Spurs. They are that same extra pass. De'Aaron Fox can go out there and score 30, but he goes out there and facilitates everybody else the same way Tyrese Halliburton. I feel like they are the same exact team as the Pacers with Wemby. You put Wemby on them Pacers last year, they smoke everybody. They are the exact same team. Well coached, all that. They got 6 men coming off the bench. You don't know if it's going to be Devin Vassell or you don't know if it's going to be Nimbard.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know if it's going to be Naismith. You don't know if it's going to be Champagny.
Yeah.
They are the same exact team as the Pacers with Wemby. And the Pacers took them to 7 last year. So I'm riding with the Spurs this year, bro.
Kurt, man, you make a lot of good points, dog. You really do. You make a lot of good points. A lot of good points. I actually want to go back to one of our comments that we got from Anthony when he said that playoff basketball is different from regular season basketball.
From regular season, yes.
He's 1,000% correct. Here's the thing, though. The Spurs and the Thunder played earlier this year in an NBA Cup game. I understand a cup game is not the playoffs. I get that. But the point is, It's a game the Thunder wanted to have. Trust me, the
Yep.
Thunder wanted to. At that time when this game took place, it was like December. The Thunder had everybody playing, and they wanted to go run the Triple Crown. They wanted to win the cup. They wanted to be the number 1 seed in the league, and they wanted to win the champ. They wanted all that. And at the time when that game was played, the Thunder had 1 loss. It was just Bill Goldberg pretty much through the league, pretty much.
Yep.
And then they went to this cup game that they wanted to have, and the Spurs was it Kevin Nash, right? That's who ended Goldberg Street, right? Yeah, Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash
powerbomb.
after Razor Ramon hit him with the taser.
Yep. So I'm just saying we've seen these teams play with a playoff intensity, and the result was the Thunder losing to the Spurs. Also, who was it that from the Thunder that literally said they got our number?
It was Shea.
It was Shea. They got our number.
It was Shea. Shea said it.
He admitted it. So I don't know, yo. Like this is a very interesting series. Like it really is. I think Kurt makes a lot of good points. I just can't quite get there. And the only reason why I can't get there, it has nothing to do with matchups, it has nothing to do with on-court stuff. It just has to do with the simple fact that the Thunder have the number 1 seed, and so the Thunder are going to have the game 7, which is what I think this series is going to get to in their home court. And like for me, man, anytime I look at a series, and I think a series is this razor close, I'm picking it to go 7. And it's always hard for me to take the road team to win that game 7. It's hard for me to get there. So I am taking the Thunder. I think this goes the distance. I think there's actually a very good chance that this series is going to be one of them home away series where the Thunder win the first 2 games at home and everybody says, oh, it's over. It's all over. They're running through everybody again. And the Spurs win the next 2 at home. And then it's 2-2 and it goes back and forth.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that, Reggie.
Okay.
I believe the Spurs gonna punch them in their face game 1.
Wow. Good Lord.
I believe this. Let me tell you why. Because the Thunder, number 1, they've been sitting for the longest. They've been sitting for about a week.
That's facts.
They haven't played any competitive basketball for about a week. Okay. The Spurs, they are a young team. And when these young teams go through adversity, and it is nothing worse than a young player that has confidence.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the Spurs are so naive that they are delusional enough to think that they're the best team in the game. And you know what I'm saying? That's how they are. Like they feel like they are playing outside of like Stan said, they're a year and a half. To be honest with you, they're a year ahead. So what I'm saying is like, okay, how can I word it? I just feel like the Spurs have the advantage because they're going into it with a chip on their shoulder. Yeah. OKC is Mike Tyson. They Mike Tyson. My defense is impregnable. and game 1 of this series, the Spurs are going to bust the shit out of them and bring their ass back down to earth. If the Spurs don't win game 1 or game, I expect them to win. Put it like this: I expect them to win one of those 2 games in OKC. I expect it to happen because they're not fazed by crowd.
Yeah, you picking them in 6. So
I'm picking them in 6, so they have to win one. They have to win one of those first 2 games, right?
Exactly.
I believe they will either punch them in their face in game 1, or they'll play them so good in game 1 that they'll figure something out because they got a young Popovich.
Yeah.
That man made all type of adjustments against Minnesota. He made when you look at game 1 and 2 against Minnesota, to look at the last 2 games in Minnesota, bro, he had all different types of matchups going and all that. They have a young Popovich. I don't want to say he's a better coach than OKC, but he might have X's and O's better than OKC. He might be more of an X's and O's guy than their coach. So I'm just feeling like it's set up for the OKC to get punched in their face, bro. They just got to be willing to meet the bully after school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could definitely happen. I could see that happen. I could see them. I could see San Antonio taking game one and doing it just what he said, punching them in the mouth, and they're like, and then waking them up. I think the Thunder in 7, but it's gonna be back and forth. It's gonna be
Yeah,
they're gonna be they're gonna
yeah.
it's gonna be a fight. So it's gonna be a fight.
On paper, it's the best series in the playoffs. On paper,
1000%.
Like I said, it's the best. It's the best playoff series we've had probably since probably.
I don't even know. You gotta go back, nigga. You gotta go back.
You're going back. You're going back to maybe Rockets Warriors in 18.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, maybe.
But yeah.
Couple quick comments here. I feel like Bam gets underrated because of the fact he plays for the Heat, and the league seems to have hate for the Heat for some reason. Yeah, I got hate for the Heat. I'm an Orlando Magic fan, so ain't no love for the other side.
Man, they helped that nigga get 83, Ant. That's my only problem, Ant. They was fouling that nigga to get him 83. That's my only problem, Ant. That nigga had 30 in the first quarter. He had 30 in the first quarter, so he was already cooking. But they fouled that nigga to give him 80. I ain't trying to hear that. That ruined it for me. When I seen him intentionally putting that man on the line so he can break the record, that ruined it for me, bro.
Yep. Guess my question, Ashley, is in this series, where do you see the Oklahoma City losing home court advantage and it flips throughout the series? So you saying game one, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. I said game one, Ant. They gonna punch them niggas in the mouth, bro.
I can definitely see that.
Much as I love the Spurs, I feel like this is just a flash in the pan right now. And I think they're gonna be in the lottery again next year.
Wow!
What?
Anthony,
he must be saying that he thinks that he's not his body's
gonna get hurt.
Yeah, his body's
when we gonna get hurt. That's what's that. Okay, if that's what he's basing it on, you gotta be basing it on that, dog.
That's wild. Say they're gonna be in the lottery next year. That's wild right there.
It's gonna take a lot of injuries.
Are you saying this Bird team is actually deeper than the Showtime Lakers in the 80s?
No, hell no.
Yeah.
You niggas had Michael Thompson coming out the bench. Hell no. We're not saying that, dog. We're not saying that, dog.
Can the Spurs win a final before we start comparing them to teams in the 80s?
But it's comparable. Yeah. It's comparable. When you talk really about how deep the Showtime Lakers was to how deep the Thunder are for that time period. He's saying for that time. Yes, it's very comparable.
That team won 5 titles in the 80s.
Well, he's
not comparing the success, man. He's comparing the depth of the roster.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all. He's not comparing the success.
We've had plenty of teams that have had like roster depth that comparable to those teams. They didn't win shit.
It's like he said he met the Spurs, not the Thunder.
He met the Spurs. The Spurs, they're comparable, is what I'm saying. You remember that Portland Trailblazer team with Rasheed Wallace? Them niggas was deep. Damon Stoudemire, Scottie Pippen, Isaiah Ryder, Jim Jackson, Walt Williams. No title. So just because they deep doesn't mean they're going to win the title. We're just going by roster depth because that Portland team might be the deepest team in history. They literally went 10, 11 deep. So, and they ain't win no title. So, yes, the Spurs depth is comparable, but they gotta have that. They gotta have that success that the Lakers had in order to actually make that comparison. But yes, the rosters are comparable.
All right. So you say Spurs in 6, me and Stan say Thunder in 7. All right.
What you say, Reg?
I said Thunder in 7.
Okay.
I couldn't quite get there, man. I couldn't quite get there because of that game 7 at home. I couldn't quite get there.
Okay.
All right. It's time for the topic that gets everybody's blood boiling.
Here we go.
So Lisa Leslie made some comments on First Take. I'm going to play the comment that was made here talking about Catlin Clark and talking about the idea of that if you had to, start a franchise and a W with one player, who would that player be in terms of who would you start the team with or whatever. So Lisa Leslie said the following on First Take.
So far this year, Catlin, all the people.
Hold on, I mean
so far this year.
There we go.
Before the season started, WNBA GM selected Paige Beckers as a player they would most like to start a franchise with. What's your reaction to that?
Well, all those GMs probably going to get fired because this is a money business, and the money is about Catlin Clark, who is the player who has made never in the history of the WNBA have we had a player force teams to get into larger arenas. I've never seen that happen. And so, if you're the GM, you're obviously supposed to be bringing in money. That's revenue.
Right.
I'm going with Catlin Clark. What you think, Stephen?
Of course, I've been saying Caitlin Clark. Rising tide lifts all boats.
Before the season started, WNBA.
All right. So that's what we got there. Stan, what do you think about that?
I think the WNBA at this point right now is probably the most talented that the league has been in 25, 30. In the 30-year history of this league, this is the most talented the league has ever been. I mean, the league has ballers all throughout it.
Mm-hmm.
On teams that might not be that good, got players that can hoop.
Yep.
And this continuously glazing of Caitlin Clark has to stop. She is the third best player on her own team. I just don't get it at this point. I haven't seen it from the professional level. I get it. Everybody fell in love with her in college because she was making 34 three-point shots against, people who are right now working at Walmart and Amazon right now. I get that, people fell in love with it and she's a female Steph Curry. This chick started the season shooting 3 for 16 from 3-point range. From and honest,
yep.
This is a basketball conversation right now. I'm not talking about the fact that she walked out with a racist the other day. I'm not talking about the fact that she likes to stay apolitical at a time when we just can't be apolitical anymore. I just look at from a basketball perspective, she's the third best player on the team.
Basically.
She's a turnover machine.
Yep.
She's a shitty defender. She bitches to the refs way more than she needs to. Great passer, great playmaker, makes the right basketball play. Has a high basketball IQ. I give her that.
Yes, she does.
But the shooting has not translated from college to pros. And we're 3 years in, and it just has not she hasn't gotten better than what she was in her last year at Iowa. These are facts. If I'm looking at starting,
that's a good point.
As far as the whole argument about her being money and being, business and all that other stuff, the Portland team had 20,000 people at their first game, and Caitlin Clark was nowhere to be found. The Golden State team the Valkyries led attendance last year, averaging like 18,000 a game. Caitlin Clark only played there once or twice, and I don't even think she even played because she was hurt all last year. How valuable can you be if you can't play? It's just the media glazing of this woman has got to stop. It's got to stop. She is an average pro right now. She's a shitty shooter, a shitty defender, and a terrible ball handler. She's a turnover machine.
Yes.
Now, it's not to sit here and say that she's not going to be a great player, that she can't get great because she's still very, very young, still in the third year of the league. So, again, it's not to sit here and say that she's going to be trash. Trash player. She's not a trash player at all. She's a good player. Like I said, great basketball IQ, great passer. She can get to the rim. She can draw fouls. But the shooting has not translated from college to pros. Defensively, she gets hunted on the other side. Again, if I'm going to start a WNBA franchise, the player, anybody that knows basketball is Asia Wilson, and it's not even close. On the court, dominating player, the best in the game. On the court, off the court, marketable, in a bunch of commercials. Shoe line out there going crazy. If it's about that stuff, then she checks all those boxes. Paige Beckers will probably be number 2 for me. Paige Beckers is the player the media thinks Caitlin Clark is.
Yes, I will agree with that.
Actually, that player.
He is actually that guy.
They're
that
different
girl.
players. Yeah, for sure. They're different players, but yeah, for sure.
But if you start a franchise, Asia Wilson, Paige Beckers, those are the top 2. And I'm pretty sure there
I'm
are
gonna
more that
disagree with
I
that,
would pick.
Stan.
And there are more that I would pick ahead of Caitlin Clark. But it's like, if it was me, Caitlin Clark might probably be in the top 10 of those at that list, but
No,
bottom of the list.
no.
She has not
Right
shown
now,
to be that level of a pro yet.
nope.
Again, I get the fact that people love coming out. Again, the popularity of her, I think we all know a portion of that is not basketball related.
Yep.
A large portion of that is not basketball related. And we know that. And we all know what that is. And I ain't not afraid to say it on in any platform. We all know that a lot of her fan base are MAGA morons who jump on the, hey, here's this white girl outplaying all these black girls. And yeah, she's not gay. And yeah, she's married to she's dating a white dude. And and all that crap. That's what a lot of this is about. And they use her as a vessel to shine their disdain for black women and LGBTQ community members. That's what all this is. That's what a lot of this is about with her. And the fact that she has not come out and profoundly disassociate herself with that bullshit says more about her than anything else. But again, I said I was going to try to keep it straight basketball.
You did, you took us down there. You took us down that road.
No, I understand.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
It's easy to go there because it's obvious. It's obvious what it's been. She's been the great white hope. That's obvious. The difference between her and, let's say, Larry Bird backed that shit up on the court.
Larry Bird backed that shit the fuck up night after night.
Up to the point where you had to sit there and say that motherfucker's bad. Again, there's been plenty of. She's not the first one. There's been plenty of great white hopes that we've seen over the years. Jason Williams was one. Did not pan out. Obviously, Larry Bird. Shout out to White Chocolate for doing the elbow pass, but that's about it.
Classic.
Again, there's been plenty. Larry Bird, Eminem. The difference between a lot of these people is that these people backed it up with their craft.
Right.
Eminem was definitely pegged as the great white hope and the greatest rapper of all time, which he's not. But the reality is he's still one of the 10 best rappers we've ever had.
Yes.
So you can talk about his skin color being a reason why he was so popular. The fact is he backed it up on the mic.
Yep.
So we've seen these great white hopes propped up by the media before. But the reality is this girl has not backed it up on the court yet.
Fact.
I'm not sitting here saying that it can't happen. I'm not sitting here saying that she never will be. But I'm saying Kelsey Plum busted her ass the other night. Busted her ass. They won the game, but Kelsey Plum had 27 points, and a lot of that was going at her. Because she was just too strong. She couldn't fuck with her.
I mean, Kelsey Plum. Hold on, now. Kelsey Plum is bodying a lot of people. She's first in scoring right now. She's second. First, she's either first or second in scoring. Asia Wilson might be first, but she's either first or second scoring. So can't nobody
Asia had
stop them right now.
Asia had 45 points the other night.
Yeah, can't nobody stop them right now. So
again, it's like, come on now. We're talking about basketball.
Yeah,
y'all can talk about all that other bullshit, but at the end of the day, the MAGA morons will move on to another vessel at some point. So at some point, it's got to be about basketball.
Yeah.
Those people have the attention spans of a fucking retarded squirrel. So we don't have to worry about, that will be gone at some point. And it's going to have to be about basketball at some point.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be about on the court, can you play better than these people? She is not the best player in the WNBA. She is not the best player on her team right now.
All right. Got a couple of comments real quick. I want to respond to a couple of things you said, and then I want to come to Kurt in a second. So, for me, I'd rather build my team around either Asia or Paige. As much as I like Clayton Clark, I don't think she's a face of a franchise. She's more of a Robin. She needs a Batman. That's possible. It sounds like
that's fair. That's fair.
But it sounds like the way Stan is talking, she's Alfred. She's not even Robin. She's Alfred. I mean, the way Stan's talking.
Right now, she might be Master Wayne.
Yep. I like Caitlin Clark, but what hurts her, in my honest opinion, is playing AAU basketball has conditioned her not to improve her weaknesses. which is her defense, like you said. That's the AAU has been a topic of conversation across basketball.
That's
Yeah.
another topic. That's
Yeah,
another
that's a
topic
whole nother
for
conversation.
just the
And-
way AAU basketball has fucked up American basketball while we getting our asses busted by these international players.
Yep.
So that's another you know, there's another thing, but that's a good point to me. That's a good point because AAU basketball has destroyed American basketball. American basketball players.
So I wouldn't say Caitlin Clark is a horrible shooter. I just sense she's a more inefficient more than anything. She'd rather take low percentage shots all the time instead of looking for the high efficiency shot. I agree with that, but that's unfortunately that's part of her game. That's part of her game is to take those shots. That's what she did.
That's what got her all that attention was taking them three-point shots.
Absolutely. So you kind of have to live with that if you're buying into her as a player. Real quick, I'm gonna come to you in a second, Kurt, but I want to respond to a couple of things there. I think Paige Beckers has to be who you build your team around, specifically because of age. I feel like Asia Wilson is 29, so I feel like you're gonna take and when the question is who right now do I want to build my team around, you kind of go with youth. You kind of take the youth and you kind of go from there because she's younger. So I think that's why you would pick Paige. But if the question is, I want to build a team, like for example, let's say everybody in WNBA is a free agent. And I get to grab somebody because I'm trying to win a championship or right now, yeah, give me Asia. No doubt about it. But I think that when you say I want to build my team long term, you got to take age. So that's why I think you would probably say Paige. Now, I love Lisa Leslie, but it sounds like she's talking about business and all this other stuff. But to me, the way you really make business is winning. You know, if you build it, they will come. So I feel like the thing of like Caitlin Clark's going to wear out if she can't do it on the court. So like. I don't agree with what she said. Love Lisa Leslie, respect to Lisa Leslie, but I disagree with that because you know if 3 years from now she's not playing well, the people are not going to fill the stadium up. You got to actually get it done. So, and I don't agree with that. Also, Stan said that she hasn't backed it up on the court. I mean, I would beg to differ on that. I mean, the Elite 8 games, she had 41 and 13. So I think she backs.
Bro, we're not talking about college, yo.
I think she's backed. But I think she's backed it up on the pros.
But you said she hasn't backed it up on the court. I think she's backed it up on the court before.
What I mean by that, I'm talking about the pros. That's what I was talking about. I'm talking about the pros. As a college player, yeah, she's going to go down in history as one of the 3 best college women's players of all time.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, she was torching people in college. Yes, she was playing great in the highest level of college basketball, not just against the low-level teams. Yes, I'm not going to sit here and take that away from her. What I'm saying is, as a professional player, in her 3 years as a professional player, she has not gotten better on the court.
Okay.
Her game has not gotten better. It has not translated from college to pros. Her shooting has not translated. Yeah, she can have a couple of games where she knocks down a bunch of threes. Light it up
once or twice.
Yeah, she can do that. She's still, you know, like the other night, she had 32, 7 from 3. Yeah, you're going to get a couple games like that from her. But more than likely, you're going to get what you've been getting is the 3 for 9, 2 for 10s. You know what I'm saying? And her turnover. She turns the ball over like a motherfucker, man.
Absolutely.
So again, I'm just looking at I'm looking at basketball. You want to talk about business? That's cool. I get it. I understand this is a business, but it's also about winning. Why did the Fever use their first overall pick on another point guard?
Yeah, I agree.
Just to answer that question for me. Why did they use their first round pick on Raven Johnson?
Because they about a year away from saying, do anybody want Caitlin Clark? We can get a lot for her.
Yeah. As far as as far as the Morgan Wallen thing, I don't care nothing about that, bro. People get real specific when they try to bring stuff like that up. So, because I mean, it's been a lot of people have walked out with Morgan Wallen. I didn't see the backlash when I saw Marshawn Lynch walk out with him. Drake's walked out with him. I also didn't see backlash when all these people have still stood behind Kanye West with some of the stuff that he said. So people get real specific when they want to say stuff like that. Lauryn Hill was just on stage with Kanye West singing the songs. We've seen what Kanye West has said. So it's interesting how people, for some reason, people are just desperate. They desperately want to put the racist coat on this girl. I don't understand why. I don't care nothing about that. Like this is it's basketball. Basketball wise, I don't think I I think the game is just a little bit too physical for her, honestly. I think it's a little bit too physical for her. She can still score. She's 4th in the league in scoring right now. She's 2nd in the league in assists. So she's still putting up numbers. She's just doing it very inefficiently.
Inefficiently.
She's doing it
Yes.
very inefficiently. So I think that
we've had
so
yeah,
I'm personally not giving up on her, but I do think that we are at a point where I'm not saying she's a bust at all. I'm not saying she's a bust with too early.
No, I'm not saying it either. I'm not saying it either.
Yeah, not saying that. But I do think we should start having a conversation about all busts are not created equal. Because you would say that Andrew Wiggins is a bust based off of what we were told, based off what we saw at Kansas, the number 1 pick. The expectations was this guy was going to be, they was putting him in conversation with like Tracy McGrady. He has not lived up to that. So Andrew Wiggins is a bust. Andrew Wiggins is still a good player. He's still a starting level player in the NBA.
Been an all-star.
Still in the league.
Yes, but you have to say he's a bust. Brandon Ingram. I mean, when he came out of Duke, there was Kevin Durant comparisons for this dude.
So he's far from a bust. Don't do that.
He's a bust.
He's far from a bust.
But listen, but this is the point I'm making. All busts are not created equal. If LeBron James had Carmelo Anthony's career, he would be a bust based off of the expectations. The expectations of LeBron James when he came out of high school was this is going to be one of the 5 greatest players to ever lace him up. That was the expectation. If he had Carmelo Anthony's career, he would be a bust. That's just the way it is. So
even though Carmelo is a first ballot, it's still not what we expected LeBron to be. I get what you're saying. Okay.
You're absolutely right, too. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what we'd be saying.
Taking us back to Caitlin Clark. The expectation of the hype around her, all the other stuff, whatever, the hype around her. When you drop 41 points in an Elite 8 game, we talking about you. Yep. So the expectation of what Caitlin Clark was supposed to be to this league was she is going to be one of the greatest players in the history of the WNBA. The expectation is a multi-time MVP. That's the expectation. As of right now, I'm not taking that bet. Can she still be a good player? Absolutely. I think at the end of this year, it's time to start having a conversation about if we're going to kind of scale back some of the shots that she takes. Because I think right now the coach is cool with taking them crazy threes because you Caitlin Clark. Like, let's go. I'm not giving up. Let's keep rolling with it. If this continues, I think we have to scale that back, and she needs to focus her attention more so on ball handling and passing because she can still do that. She's still great passing the ball, has great court vision.
Great passer. Great playmaker, but turns the ball over too much.
Amazing playmaker. She's good in terms of making that split-second decision when the defense jump up. She knows where all the players are. She's good at that. She's very good in terms of playmaking. She's very excellent at that. Yes.
Yeah, she absolutely is. And she can have games where she's making shots. That game against Washington the other night, she played well. I mean, she hit some big shots, hit the shot that sent it to overtime. So she can still do that. But I think that if you start scaling her back and just accept the reality that Kelsey Mitchell, who is no shame of being the second best player, she's fantastic. But accepting the fact that Kelsey Mitchell is your true go-to player and she kind of scales it back and she is the facilitator that can still shoot. If she's the second or third best player on a team that wins 3 WNBA championships, that's fantastic. We should celebrate that. But it would still be a bust, is my point. That's the only thing I'm saying. It would still be a bust.
Caitlin played 32 points, 7 for 17 from 3, and took 28 shots and made 10 of them. So yeah, she's scoring, but it's not efficient, like you said. It's inefficient. Yeah. And the turnovers is a fucking problem for me.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And just, like I said, I'm not sitting here saying that she's a bust. That's not fair. Like you said, all busts are not created equal. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, there's a difference between a guy like Kwame Brown, who played in the league for over a dozen years, and Anthony Bennett, who was out of the league in 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Might have been less than that, yo.
And Michael Oliver Candy, who was out of the league in like 3 years. So there's a big difference between being a bust and a failure. Like nobody would say, you might say Anthony Wiggins is a bust, but she's not a failure.
No,
He's still in
not
the
at
league.
all.
He's
Not
been in the
at
league
all.
over a dozen years. He's won a championship. He's been an effective
Yep.
player. So no, Caitlin
Yeah.
Clark is not a bust. But for what certain people have said about this girl, calling her the
She
best
has to
player in
match
the league and
expectations.
the greatest women's player of all time and the greatest this, that, and she's the most popular basketball player, male or female. Shut up with that bullshit. I'm tired of
Yeah.
hearing it. That's the part that I'm tired of hearing. I'm tired of hearing about how popular she is. And she was the athlete of the year last year and all this other bullshit.
Well, she
Again,
was. That's really a fact. She was that though. She was that.
I'm just,
I mean, it's a fact. I
it's
mean,
just
what are you
it's
talking
just
about?
I guess for me,
Yeah.
the annoying thing has been the media hype and the glazing by these mediocre people who don't know anything about sports. That's been the thing that's annoyed me the most. And again, her personally, like you said, the people who want to put this racist coat on her, nah. Was it a bad choice to walk out with a racist piece of shit like Waller? Sure, but a lot of people have done that. Not the
Yeah.
best choice.
Was
But
it a bad look for Lauryn Hill to go perform with Kanye?
yeah, it was because Kanye West is a batshit crazy fucking
As long as you're consistent.
anti-Semitic piece of shit. Yeah, he is.
As long as you're consistent.
No, there's definitely because again, I'm not. Look, I get it. Like I said, a lot of our favorite artists, players, athletes, entertainers are problematic as fuck.
Yeah.
We have to live with that. You know what I'm saying? Look, Kanye West is Kanye West. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? But I was over it when he would put on the fucking Klansman suit. I can't do it. I can't. No. No, I don't support people who dress up as Klansmen, black or white. But I understand what you're saying. Like I said, people have been trying to paint her a certain way that she's just not. She hasn't taken that particular bait. But again, the off the court stuff and the other stuff is irrelevant to the conversation that we're having.
Right.
The conversation that we're having is about basketball and who can I win with if that's my best player. That's the bottom line. Whatever sport you want to talk about, the bottom line is, can I win with you if you're my best player? And if Caitlin Clark's my best player, I don't think I'm winning right now.
I agree. I don't think anyone can disagree with that right now. Kurt, it's on you, bro. And by the way, Anthony, I see your comments, man. I'm gonna come to him in a second. I'm gonna get Kurt in. I'm gonna go to your comments. All right, Kurt.
Let me tell you what Lisa Leslie did. She just exposed why the game of basketball is suffering. She just exposed why. Because she went directly for the money. Caitlin Clark going to fill up seats, but she's not going to be the reason you won. You know who else filled up seats and ain't win shit? Jordan at 40. Everybody was going to go see that nigga play. What the fuck did that mean for the Wizards? Just because she's filling up seats doesn't make her like the person I'm starting. Now, I understand y'all saying Paige, and I understand y'all saying Asia. But me personally, I'm a Nafisa Collier type nigga. You understand?
I like her too.
You know what I mean? And when she healthy and rocking, I think she could be she can't be as dominant as Asia. Nobody can be as dominant, but she could be as effective as Asia. Like she could cause that much of a headache for you. Mid-range game, post-up game, playmaker, shoot the three, defend, rebound. Nafisa Collier is that. You're not going to take Caitlin Clark. If you're just talking basketball and we want to win, not make money. She chose to make money. I'm going to choose to win. Okay? Ain't no way I'm taking her over Breonna Stewart. Ain't no way I'm taking her over Sabrina. Ain't no way I'm taking her over Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Plum. Like, it's about 5 or 10 players right now. Like, you seen the way Skylar Diggs been playing? Like, bro, it's about, if we're talking straight basketball, it's about 10 players that you will take before Caitlin Clark right now.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I've been saying. This league is loaded with players, but all they want to talk about is the white girl. I'm over it, bro. I'm just like, it's like, y'all want to talk basketball, we can talk basketball. But all that other bullshit, that's just what y'all do. And y'all try to prop somebody up that just isn't at that level. So,
and the thing I hate is they look at everything that Caitlin does right, and then they look at everything that Angel Reese does wrong. Like if Angel Reese could consistently make layups, she might be the best fucking player in this league, damn near.
I would
Like
take
she
Angel Reese
literally,
over. I'd take
like
Angel
she
Reese over. I'm
literally
sorry.
does
You're going too far
everything.
now.
She does everything
Going
but
too
put the
far now.
ball in the basket, bro.
Defensively, again, defensively,
Defensively,
she's great defensively, best rebounder in the league. Again,
And a
like you
good
just said, like
passer.
Kurt said, a good passer. Like Kurt just said, if she could just figure out how to make fucking layups, man.
If she could make layups, she'd be
If she
fucking
could figure out
around
to
to be
make
Angel
layups,
Wilson.
and she could figure out that she could shoot consistently from the outside, man, she would be that. She'd be one of the best players in the league. Her offense just has to get better.
And all they say is me bounds. But that's literally I know it's a glaring weakness. It's a big time hole. I'm not
But
gonna act like it
her
ain't.
offensive game is
But
not
that
good.
is it. What else can you say about her besides the fact that she doesn't finish around the basket or you know what I mean, consistently score? What else could you say about Angel Reese's game? She's a good passer, hell of a defender, hell of a rebounder. She goes hard, she hustles. She's willing to do the work to set picks for other people to get open and all that. It's just that she can't put the ball in the basket to save her life.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They look at Caitlin Clark and they say, we're going to just throw away the fact that she bricking everything, turning over the ball and can't defend, right? She got about 3 or 4 glaring holes in her game, and they never talk about it. But Angel Reese only has one. And they will drag that shit so bad that it's like
who is
like
they? Who is this they you talking about? You in YouTube comments? Like who's these?
I'm talking about like the media, how they talk about Angel Reese. Yeah, of course, social media, all that. They always talk about me bounds and all that dumb shit.
Yeah, people gonna say stupid stuff. That's part of it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, but that's my point. They look at what Angel Reese does wrong, but only look at what Caitlin Clark does right. You understand? And that type of comparison.
That's scared
to critique her.
Stan just said that he would take Angel Reese over Caitlin Clark.
Well, I mean, we talking. I'm talking about like.
But I'm just saying. There's no way in hell. I'm sorry.
Why not?
I like Angel Reese, but I'm not taking over Caitlin Clark. If I had to pick the player right now, no. Come on,
again.
Let's not go too far.
The reason why I say that is because she's young. She's marketable off the court. Everybody wants to talk about money and off the court, all this bullshit. That chick is money off the court. And she's also getting better as an offensive player. She's already there defensively, already there with rebounding, great passer. She has to get better offensively. But again, the thing with her and Caitlin is they're both very young.
Exactly.
So there's still time.
Oh, I don't know.
But you said to talk about somebody.
To be honest with you, we want to talk relative to their position. We're going to talk relative to their position, right?
I'm just talking about what player would you take if you had to pick one of them on your team. Your team is a blank slate. Who are you taking?
The way that Caitlin is playing right now.
Yep, you can say the way she's playing right now. Who are you taking?
I will slide with Angel. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna slide with Angel. Let me tell you why I'm gonna slide with Angel. Let me tell you why. Because it's harder to find a versatile big than it is to find a guard that can run, shoot, and pass. You know how many guards can run, shoot, and pass in the WNBA right now?
And I would take a lot of them over Angel Reese. If you ask me to pick a player,
Angel Reese is the fastest player. She was the fastest player in WNBA history to 50 double-doubles, right? Like Angel Reese, right? She just had a game-winning block. Like, yo, what do we like? Okay,
I'm not saying she's a bad player, but I'm talking. She's a good player. But I'm just saying the idea is you would take her over her right now. There's no
a better pro than Caitlin Clark. If you want to go with skill set, yes, Caitlin Clark has a better skill set. But when we want to go in terms of production and who's a better pro, Angel Reese is a better pro. She has less to work on than Caitlin does.
Yo, you talk about layups though. You talk about working on layups.
Bro, we're talking about
because what you said was if she can make layups, she'll be Angel Wilson. If was a fit, I mean, come on, like if that's the case, if we could get Caitlin Clark to not turn the ball over as much and take more efficient shots,
and defense. Look how much you gotta say.
The defense is what it is. She's not going to be a good defender. She wasn't one in college. She's not going to be a good defender. There's plenty of people like that.
But what I'm saying is, you see how you say Angel just needs to score around the basket.
No. I said make layups. Don't try to change.
Okay.
I said make
Score
layups.
around- Okay.
Because when you say
Angel
score
Reese
around the
needs to make
basket,
okay.
because when you say
Angel Reese
score
needs
around
to
the
make
basket, you
layups.
make it seem like I'm talking about hook shots, like taking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sky hooks. No, we're talking about layups.
Okay, Angel Reese needs to make layups. That's it, right? What
That's
else?
a glaring thing, though. We can't make
No,
a
but what
layup.
else though? So turnovers for a point guard ain't a glaring thing. Not being able to play defense ain't a glaring thing. Being a three-point
Yeah,
shooter that shoots 3 for 16 ain't a glaring thing, Reggie.
There's plenty of
She
people that
got
can't play
way more
defense.
holes in her game than Angel does. Is my point. Which makes Angel Reese a better pro.
Man,
Relative to their
I'm glad
position.
we recording this, man, because this gonna look funny in the light when Caitlin Clark starts turning her game around. It's gonna look real funny
Well,
in the
I
light,
mean,
man.
it'll look even funnier in the light if Angel start making layups.
That's
Come on,
Look,
bro.
man, again, at the end of the day, like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about basketball for me.
Yeah.
And for them, their careers are still very young. But
Yes.
the biggest thing is that the W is as good as it's been in ever.
Absolutely.
And
Yes, it is.
just a reminder, you got Aces and Dream on at 1:30 this afternoon on NBC. So
Yeah, I'll be watching it.
Hey, yo, how about this?
Game 7
We
on
just had
TV.
a whole discussion about WNBA, yo. Shout out to the W. We can actually talk about this shit now.
I'm down.
Shout out to the W.
I'm down. We can do it. All right. Anthony got some comments here. So he's been patient.
Let's see what he got to say. Let's see what he got to say. He about to talk some shit to us, yo.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on my last comments about Caitlin and my comment on Rasheed? I didn't see the Rasheed Wallace. Let me go back.
Oh, what did you say about Rasheed Wallace? I didn't see that either.
Okay, you guys brought up Rasheed Wallace, how good he was in Portland. By the time it started watching basketball, he was already with the Pistons. He relegated to being a defender. Oh man, you missed out then, man. You
missed out. You missed out on all the screaming ass dunks and post game and yo. When he started watching Rasheed, that nigga was a defender and a spot up shooter.
Yep. Man, I hated them Pistons teams, man. They just kept beating the Magic every year.
Bro, you missed out, Anthony. You missed out, bro.
Man, Rasheed Wallace and Ben Wallace and Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton, I'm like, them dudes, man, I hated them, dude. Remember that year they beat the Magic 8 straight times? They beat us 4 times in the regular season and 4 times in a row in the playoffs. Like, this is awful, man. We could not beat that team. I hated them dudes, man.
That was good to be in the second round, though.
You know, Trace McGrady said he didn't say that. Trace McGrady said you can't
find it.
Yeah.
Can't find it. Yeah, he told Stephen A that. We always there, Tracy, yo. We was there.
Richard Jefferson said that he said it. So,
but I went through I looked it up. I couldn't find it neither. And so this might actually be the Mandela effect, where everybody remembers something that never happened, like Sinbad being a genie. Like I remember Sinbad being a genie. He was never a genie, apparently. You know, so this might be Mandela.
No, that happened. No, that just the movie didn't come out, but it did happen.
It did. You got to do news. You got some breaking news in. So what movie was it?
I don't remember the name of the movie. It just didn't come out. It didn't come out. But he did play a genie in some movie. I don't remember it. Sounds fucking horrible. But
didn't he say he didn't play a genie or something? Ain't it something funny like that? He said he was never a genie or something.
I don't know, man. That's one of those things I had to research.
Something funny about that genie shit.
Yeah, I thought he was a genie, but apparently he was never a genie. We all remember him being a genie. So, yeah.
Yeah, but Anthony, you missed out on Rasheed Wallace, yo. It's a bunch of posters. It's a bunch of post work. That turnaround jumper over each shoulder, like you missed out on Rasheed, dog.
Absolutely. That's what. Excuse me. That's what hurt her. Also, I believe Caitlin just lets everything faster instead of clearing out the right away in an interview, so people don't think she's a racist. I just think that whole thing of her, like, it just seems like people for some reason, it's like the snapback effect of, because it's so crazy on one side, the other side got to be equally as crazy, and they just want to put this jacket of racist over her. And it's like, it's insane. I mean, I've seen nothing about her that makes me think she's a racist. I don't know what's in her heart. I don't know what's in nobody's heart. But I don't know. I don't see any reason to call her a racist. She's playing basketball. She's a basketball player. She's not an activist. You know what I'm saying? She's a basketball player.
Yeah, I've never heard her say anything derogative, but I've never, and to Stan's point though, I've never seen her like separate herself either though. It's just like, she's just like in limbo in front of us. Like, I'm not racist, but I'm not gonna go against those. It's like she don't want to, like, it's like she's not racist, but she don't want to go
But she
against the
did though.
MAGA
She literally
because
did.
the MAGA.
She literally did though. She literally did say that about them. Like, I don't want no part of those people. She literally said that, and it's like it's
Oh,
not
she
enough.
said that?
Yeah, she literally said that. This is not enough for people. Go ahead, Stan.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I think that people want everybody to be an activist, and it's like some people just aren't built for that, and it's fine. It's actually fine. I used to be like that too. Like, why ain't they speaking out about? No, these dudes playing basketball. They're playing baseball. They're playing sports. They're entertainers. Entertainers should not be the leaders of our community. It should be other people. So we have to stop looking at people and expecting them to be activists when their job is to be an athlete, to be an entertainer.
Yeah, because everybody can't
I'm
be
not asking
Kyrie.
Caitlin Clark to solve racism. That's not what I'm asking her to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just do a better job of kind of distancing yourself from that group of people, because we all know what they're about. It's just, for me, it's always been a thing where why all these people who never watch women's sports, who claim to hate women, but love Caitlin Clark. Y'all hate women's sports. Say nobody watches women's sports. Again, that's been
That's fucked up. I hate when they say that. I hate that shit.
That's been disproven again, that the Pull and Fire an expansion team drew almost 20,000 people to a ball game. I don't know if the Blazers did that.
But you would have to admit though that like Caitlin Clark she was just a bomb that like really started blowing it up, so more people started paying attention to women's ball.
Yeah.
Like that's what you have to admit. Like she definitely put it's almost like Eminem. When Eminem brought a whole lot of like white people into hip hop, it's like, okay, so now that we're at the party, what else do we have? Right? The same way Linkin Park brought black people into rock music. Now that we're over here, what else is around to listen? You feel what I'm saying? So like, you got to give her props for that, if nothing else. You ain't got to say she made it, but she put a bomb in women's basketball that got it popping. You got to admit that.
It's like when you go to downtown locker room to go get a pair of Jordans, and you like, oh damn, them up tempos is nice too. Oh damn, but it's the Jordans that got you to get there. You wanted to buy some Jordan. When you got in there, you found the dope shirt, you found the dope pair of pants, or dope. Yes, Caitlin Clark is the Jordans that brought us to downtown locker room. Yes, I agree with that. I do. 100%.
For me, I've been watching women's basketball long before she even.
Well, I mean, we're not talking specific. We're talking about outside of those that respect it.
I get that the broader audience that are watching the league now, but to suggest that those people are only watching because of Caitlin Clark is fucking stupid. I just will not buy into that. I'm not going to buy into it. I will say that she definitely brought attention to the women's game when she started blowing up.
Yes.
And it was great. And it was great that she did that, and great that that women's college game that Iowa and LSU played was so massive.
That was one of the most hype games of that year, bro. Like,
so. But
that was one of the most hype games.
But we all know the reality of why that was.
Why
it was the magic bird thing.
Whatever it was, everybody watched.
Like it was somebody, I can't remember who it was, that said on the Lakers Celtics documentary, like Magic and Bird. It was like getting a good piece of fried chicken, but then the race thing, you put the race thing in there, and that's like the hot sauce you put on top of it. That's what it was. The Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark thing is what was the catalyst behind this, and it was as simple as anything else in this country, black and white. People can say what they want about it, and they can dance it or dress it up however they want to dress it up. That was what it was. It was the audacity of this black girl from Baltimore taunting this little white girl from Middle America, and that's what started all this shit.
Yep.
You can dance it up, you can dress it up however you want. That's what it was, and that's where we are now.
And for me personally, I took it as, oh shit, she talking shit to the shit talker, because
that's all I saw.
Was doing this.
Well,
that's
what we saw. But that's how we saw it. But you know that the others, the unseasoned people of this country, saw it another way. They saw it. How dare this nigga taunt taught Caitlin Clark. She didn't do, but yeah, you didn't pay attention to. You didn't see when Caitlin Clark was doing the same shit. It's just again.
What Angel Reese did was a little bit different. Like it was a little different, but yeah, at the same time, it's like it is what it is. It's basketball. Game's over.
How many times we see a nigga score on Damian Lillard and go?
Yeah, but this was
like, niggas score on LeBron and go.
But what I'm saying is the difference was it wasn't that she scored on her and did that. The game was over, and while she was walking to the bench, she did that when the game was already over. So it's a national championship game. They're gonna win, and you taunting while she's walking off the floor. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. I didn't mind it, but I'm saying
I love it too. It breeds competition, bro. It breeds competition, yo. Yeah,
I loved it. I hated that Caitlin Clark didn't lean into it though. Like she at the game,
I be saying that too. I be wanting Caitlin Clark just to say, "I'm gonna fuck her up when I see her on the court." I want her to say
and
that
she
shit.
Did. And she did the next year when they played in the semis, and she had like 41 against them.
Yeah, but she ain't talk her shit though. I want her to talk. I want her to talk her shit. Like, oh yeah, that's the same girl that put her hand on my face. Watch when I see her this year on the court, I'm gonna scorch him because she definitely played like she had a chip on her shoulder.
Yeah, give it to her. I was waiting like, yo, dude that can't see me. After I had 25, I would have started doing it. Like, oh yeah, here we are. Let's go,
do
baby.
it. Good.
I wish she would. Like, I don't like.
She should have. When she put him out, she should have walked back to Angel and was like, "Yeah, bitch."
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I love it.
She should have did it, yo. Oh my god, that'd have been so great.
I
remember I text you that too. I was like, I would have been doing you can't see me. He was like, no need her game to talking tonight.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That night, yo, Caitlin was on one that night, dog.
That's it. You know, I had no problem with it. It's like I said. It's funny. It's just funny how this is where it is. And like I said, I really want her to be a great player. I really want her to improve her game and become great. Be a great player. Be that face of the league that everybody wants to say. You can't be the face of the league shooting 20% from 3-point range. Sorry. Can't be the face of the league. Can't be the face of the league averaging 7 turnovers a game. Can't be the face of the league when Kelsey Plummer's eating your ass up like
Kelsey one. I push back on the Kelsey one, but you said that about Kelsey Plummer's cooking everybody right now.
Right now she is otherworldly, but she could at least put up a fight though, Riz.
There is no fight.
Kelsey don't even put up a fight defensively. It's just like automatically rotate to her person.
I'm just saying. If you want to, if they want to say she's the face of this league, then I got to see the production on the court. Period. I don't care. I don't care about how many MAGA people that watch her games. I care about production on the court. And if you want to be called the face of the league and that people are coming to see you, that's cool. Got to produce on the court at some point. And that's all I'm saying. If she produces on the court consistently and leads that team to a championship then I will say, yeah, she's the face of the league. She's the best player in the league. Until you're doing what Asia Wilson is doing, I don't want to hear shit about you being the face of the league.
Brianna Stewart be balling hard. Sabrina, you know what I mean? You got Fee. Like, it's so many players. Like to your point, Stan, like, it's so many balling right now. Too many good
players in the league, man. I don't want to hear about the little white girl from Iowa. I don't want to hear about it until she starts producing on the court. Until she starts producing on the court.
Hold up. Ant said, "See my girl, not even in the league right now, waiting on Hannah
Hidalgo.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Girl.
That girl
that's
there,
my
bro.
That's my girl, Hannah Hidalgo. Yes, that's my girl, yo.
Yeah, they ain't ready for her coming in the league.
Huh?
They ain't ready for her coming in the league.
Good Lord.
No, I don't think they are, yo. I don't think they are, yo. She had crazy games. Like, I think she had 16 steals in one game or something like that.
Crazy. She's a junior.
She had like a 44. She scored like 44 points in like 22 minutes or some shit like that.
Yeah. Is she a junior coming into this year or is she a senior? I don't know if she's I'm going to look it up. If she's a junior or senior. I think she might be a senior this year, I think.
Yeah, Hannah Hidalgo. And, another female I'm kind of disappointed in. I thought my girl Jada Williams would be a little bit more further along right now, but we'll see what she do this year.
Yeah, I don't think Catlin Clark is a horrible shooter. I believe she's just inefficient. Instead of taking high efficiency shots, she would rather take highly contested, low percentage shots. I agree, but that's part of it. Like that's kind of what her game is. At some point, that is a coaching thing. The coach is gonna have to say, look, It ain't what we thought. So let's pivot. You feel what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be a conversation next year if this continues. For sure.
I think one thing you could do, I think you should do what Golden State does. They come out and they try to get Steph Curry little easy mid-range jumpers off screens, right? Try to get him going to the basket.
Exactly.
When you got a rhythm shooter, you got to do certain things to get your shooter in rhythm. You just can't go out there all the time and say, come off that pick and shoot. No, get her a layup, get her a mid-range shot, get her a hard drive to the rack to where as though she could go to the free throw line and get her wrist right. She's a rhythm shooter. She's not like, okay, like Devin Booker. He could wake up out of bed and give you 6 threes. He don't need no rhythm. You could just give him the ball. She's not that type of shooter. She's a very high level shooter, but she's a rhythm shooter. So if you could get her in rhythm, then she can Steph Curry. I just don't think they doing enough to get her in rhythm. It's just like go out there and do what you always done.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's up to the coach to say, how can we get you warmed up?
To start taking them, I agree.
Before you,
I agree.
I feel like she should shoot. I feel like she should get 3 shots before she take a 3. Either a mid-range and layups, maybe 2 layups, maybe 2 mid-ranges and a layup, maybe 2 layups and a mid-range. I think her first 3 shots should be inside the arc.
Problem is she's not really even in college. She didn't quite have like a kind of a floater kind of thing. She really, I don't know if she has it now, but she really didn't have it. So
I haven't seen it. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I definitely see Diana Taurasi. He said the comparison, the page. I don't see Sue Bird because Sue Bird was more of a Chris Paul type nigga. Like she was more of a playmaker.
Comparison to Paige or comparison to
He said compare Paige to Sue Bird and Diana. I'd see Diana Taurasi. I don't see Sue Bird though, because Sue Bird was more of a Chris Paul.
Yeah, Sue Bird's handles. She probably has the best handles I've seen from a woman's player. Sue Bird's handles was crazy.
Sue Bird handles was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I see her game in terms of her game. I see her being more comparable, by far more comparable to Diana Taurasi than Sue Bird.
When it comes to Clark's defense, I think she was playing AAU basketball at high school. They never bothered to teach her to defend and reinforce it. Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with the AAU stuff. The AAU stuff is definitely facts. That is why defense is horrendous in the league, because no one was taught responsible defense, how to read your opponent, how to jump lanes correct. I can't disagree. I can't disagree
with that, bro, because we seeing that shit in the NBA right now.
Yeah, so we got to move on. We got to move on, guys. We've been on this time.
All right.
The NFL schedule just came out recently. It's been a very interesting schedule. Some things I wasn't expecting. So they're going to be starting the season off on a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. So they're going to have a Wednesday game, a Thursday game, and the Thursday game is going to be in Australia, right? The first game is going to be in Australia. The league is also going to debut the first ever Thanksgiving Eve broadcast. So while we're prepping everything, getting the turkey prepped, and if we're going to do like the frying the turkey, getting that whole thing prepped for the day, we're going to have football on while we're doing that. Getting the macaroni and cheese made, but not in the oven. Sometimes you make it first, you toss it in the fridge, and then the next day, then you pop it in the oven. You feel what I'm saying? So you have that. A lot of times you do your desserts the day before too. Sometimes you get the desserts done the day before, get them up there, and but while we're doing that, we have football on. I'm also going to have, of course, the games on Thanksgiving, but also Black Friday, another game will be played. Also, Christmas Eve, we have some football played on Christmas Eve. And on Christmas Eve, for the most part, I try to get a lot of my wrapping done before Christmas Eve. I try to get a lot of it done like a couple of days beforehand, because I don't like that pressure, It's a lot of pressure when you don't have nothing wrapped and it's Christmas Eve. That's too much pressure. I don't like that. And if I got a couple things I gotta wrap Christmas Eve, that's money. But when it's pressure time, where it's like, damn, bro, it's midnight, I ain't got nothing wrapped. We can't have that. But if you are, there'll be football played on Christmas Eve, and of course, more football on Christmas days. They continue to infringe on the NBA on Christmas. Another thing I'm interested about is that they're saying that there's going to be games on the weekends spanning from weeks 15 to 18. So that's weird. Because are we now saying they're gonna kind of go at college? Because college would still be being played during that time, I would think.
That's
So I don't
not a
know.
new thing. They've been playing Saturday games.
Usually when college is over, they play it. I thought.
Well, they don't give a shit anymore. So
Okay.
they're it's basically just the NFL has become a whorehouse at this point.
Okay.
And it's one of those where all of our games are for sale. You got the money, we got a game for you. You know, Netflix, you want some games? Here you go. You know, Amazon, you got the Thursday night games. YouTube, you want a game? Here's a game. You know, it's becoming to be a bit much. And they're killing. The thing is, the NFL is cannibalizing themselves because they're killing the Sunday ticket.
Yep.
Because you guys are putting on all these fucking games. Oh, on Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night. You're killing the Sunday afternoon games. If you look at the week 1 schedule, and hilariously enough, FanDuel has lines for week 1 right now.
Yeah.
You want to get a head start on that, but
I don't even know what these rosters gonna look like.
yeah, about the Ravens are 3.5-point favorites against the Colts in week 1. Just letting you know.
Let's go.
Which is fucking stupid, but it's like you're putting on Patriots Seahawks on Wednesday night for the opener. You're putting on Rams 49ers in fucking Brazil. What the fuck does Brazil do to deserve a fucking great game like that?
Yeah.
Not Brazil, Australia.
Yeah,
that game's in Australia. Why are we giving great games like that to fucking Australia? I don't that's the part. What is the NFL trying to do with these international games? There's going to be like 9 international games this year.
Yeah.
The Ravens play in Rio, Brazil against the Cowboys.
And then we got to come right back and play again. The same week, we got like 2 days off, and then we got to play again.
Yep.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
The NFL likes to talk about this player safety shit. They don't give a shit about that. What they care about is money. And what they're doing right now is they're prepping for an 18-game schedule. Whether we want it or not, the 18-game schedule is coming.
That's crazy.
They're not. The NFL is all about money. They're not going to turn down that money. What we're heading for is 18-game schedule where every fucking team has to play an international game. It's going to be every team is going to have to play a game outside the United States at some point.
That is crazy.
That's where we're heading. We're heading to 18 games, which means we're probably going to head to expansion at some point. Yeah, because that's where it always ends up.
Yeah.
And God Almighty, how much is it going to cost to get into the NFL good old boys club as an owner? You know, the NBA is going down the same. The NBA is going to expansion when they shouldn't, but it's going to happen. Baseball is going to expand, which they shouldn't, but it's going to happen. Hockey's going to expand, which they shouldn't, but it's going to happen. The WNBA is already expanding, which they shouldn't, but they're doing it. It's just it's. I think that a broader conversation beyond the NFL overextending itself is sports in general overextending themselves. There's too much going on, and I know that the younger us that used to sit around and watch sports all day is probably saying it can never be too much sports. It's too much sports. It's getting to be a bit much.
Why you say that?
It's just getting to be a lot. And like I said, the NFL being the number one pastime in this country for sports, and their scheduling and how they're going to have games on every fucking day of the week besides Tuesday this year. The only day of the week that the NFL game will not be played this season is Tuesday. They're playing games on every other night at some point through the season. Like I said, Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving, they're playing Thanksgiving Eve, Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday, Sunday, and Monday.
Wow.
Christmas week, they're playing on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. it's like it's becoming to be a bit much. They're spreading the games out too much, but I get it because it's about money. And again, the NFL is saying every game's for sale. CBS, I know they mad as shit because they always got the Bills Chiefs game. They always got that Bills Chiefs game. That game's on Sunday night on NBC now this year.
Okay.
So it's Sunday Night Football.
Dang.
And they're pissed about it. I'd imagine they would be. Because again, now you're talking about taking these. If you're paying $400 for the Sunday ticket or whatever the fuck it costs, or $400 or some shit, what are you exactly getting with the Sunday ticket when all the good games are either on Thursday night, Monday night, or Sunday night?
Yep.
Yeah. I guess if you're a fan of a team that you do in a place you don't live at, then you have to get it, I guess. But outside of that, I agree with you.
Do you really think the Bills got motherfucking fans in Australia, dog?
No, I'm saying, like, say you live in Baltimore and you're a Bills fan, you can't see all the Bills games unless you get the ticket.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just for me, like,
right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. But it's just like the international games. Like, sure, I'm sure a lot of people in Baltimore are going to make that trip to Brazil. You know, or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, why do the Cowboys fans get to miss out on a game at home?
Yeah.
That would have been in their home stadium because we're the designated home road team for this game. The Cowboys are the designated home team for this.
State of the stadium.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones has built the stadium, and he's still and they put the game against one of the biggest quarterbacks in this era.
That's crazy.
In another fucking country, dog.
That's crazy.
Now, to be fair,
Jerry Jones right now.
Well, again, no, Jerry's fine. I'm sure he's being well compensated for this. It's the fans, as usual, who are getting the route up their ass.
That's
It's not the owners. You know what I'm saying? The owners are fine. They're getting paid. Jerry Jones is getting paid regardless. The game could be played on fucking Mars, and he's getting paid.
Right.
It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The NFL, and trust me, it might be a time in our lifetime the NFL's playing a game on Mars or on the moon or some shit, whatever. But they'll just, you know, these places, the NFL, NBA, WWE, whoever, they'll go where the money is. You know, the WWE have WrestleMania on goddamn the moon if they could. You know, if someone paid them enough. You know, it's all about money, and unfortunately the consumers are the ones getting fucked over.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not complaining about the streaming stuff because a lot of people are going to the NFL because of the streaming stuff and all these games being either on Peacock or Prime or look. That's just the way TV's gone now.
Right. Basically.
That's just the reality of the consumers choosing streaming services over regular cable. That's why this is that. Netflix got so fucking big. Netflix woke up and said, you know what? We want some fucking live sports on our network. That's what we want. We want the NFL. Here's $1 billion. Give us a couple of games on Christmas. Sure.
Yeah.
That's just the way. That's the way that's the way the business has gone. That's the way we as the consumers have pushed things by investing so much time in Netflix and Prime and Disney Plus and Paramount Plus and all these streaming channels. We push money into that so that these streaming services said, you know what? We got all this fucking money. Let's get some more money. Let's get the NFL on. Let's get baseball games. Let's get the NBA. You know, it's not the league's fault. Again, the leagues are going to go where the money is. If Amazon Prime is going to pay the NBA $1 billion fucking dollars to put games on, why wouldn't the NBA do that?
Why wouldn't they do it? Right.
Why wouldn't the NFL give them a Thursday night package if they're going to give them $1 billion? Like, again, the owners get that money. The owners are getting fat, and this is the consumers, and the consumers are paying it. So people can bitch about it all they want, but they're paying it. That's the bottom line. The NFL is doing what they're doing because people love the NFL, and people love football. The NFL turned their schedule release into a 2-hour special on ESPN. Who the fuck cares about a schedule release? We've known for months. We've known for months who the Ravens are playing next year. We've been known.
Just didn't know when. Yeah.
Just didn't know. Well, who gives a fuck? Play the games. And it's like they turned that shit into a 2-hour TV special with guys in there talking about, yeah, I'm gonna give it. Like they had a skit, the thing like, or not surprising on First Take about the
Yeah.
Cowboys and telling I got me the Cowboys this game. How the fuck you predicted the schedules in May, bro?
Like
This country has gone so fucking goofy with the NFL, man. It's getting to be a bit much now. And again, I love football as much as the next dude, but I'm starting to get a little annoyed with all this stuff.
And you know what's
Just a little
crazy?
annoying. You know what I didn't do? I didn't sit there and pull up the Ravens schedule and say, let's predict the Ravens schedule one by one in fucking May. Yeah, I'm
can
giving the
do that
Ravens
if you
this
want.
game, and who the fuck knows what the Ravens gonna look like in mid-November?
Hey, we can do that if you want to. We can do a little schedule thing. And it's
No,
like
I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that.
Listen, Reggie, I'm not doing no predictions before training camp.
No. I'm not doing no predictions about no games until we get these motherfuckers on the field in pads. Not in shorts and t-shirts and sweatpants, pads and helmets.
Yeah, I agree.
When I see training camp, and I know, because you know training camp, you just about know what your team going to be.
Yeah.
To start the season. You know what your roster, I should say, going to be. And then you can base it off the roster. But who knows, yo? We probably ain't done trading. We probably trying to get a wide receiver. We probably trying to get, like, bro, it's niggas that's unhappy. You know somebody going to hold out and get traded. You know, and it's like Micah Parsons last year, right? What did you think the Packers was going to be before that trade? But then, what do you think the Packers are going to be after that trade?
Yeah, it's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. I can't do that. And another thing, bro, it sounds crazy because we love football. Like, and we are actually complaining about getting football throughout the week. Think about that. As much as we love it, we want me to tell you why we complaining? Because we watch them dog shit ass Thursday night games. Them fucking dog shit. It's always a team that's too fucking tired to play. Them dog shit ass Thursday night games. If a nigga can't play a game Sunday and get ready on Thursday, what the fuck make you think he gonna play a game on Sunday to get ready for a game Wednesday in another fucking country? What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
Them dog shit ass Thursday night games. Like, and then like I'm saying, I find myself feeling really weird because I'm complaining about getting football throughout the week. Like, bro, we be so sad when football gone, bro. We be so sad after the Super Bowl, bro. Like, damn, here we go with this.
I wasn't. After that Ravens season, I was ready for it to go.
We gotta wait a whole another 5 or 6 months so we can start talking football again. Now we're complaining that it's too much football because it's dog shit football. Them Thursday night games be ass, bro. They be so lopsided. Teams can't fucking move. Niggas is sore. Niggas can't hit a cut. Niggas can't run the ball down for an interception. These niggas is so done before the game even started because they just finished the overtime game Sunday. We just had to go play against a physical-ass Philadelphia team and deal with that O-line and that D-line, and now you're expecting us to come play the Ravens Wednesday or Thursday? Like, these are the type of situations these players are going to be in. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you expecting the nigga to play a whole game Sunday, then play Wednesday. How? And then after that Wednesday, right? You're going to give them that Sunday off, and then a whole week going to go by, and their whole body's going to be tired, going to be stiff now and cold. Like, what are they actually doing? Like, you got to think about the players, yo. Everybody going to get hurt this year.
Yeah.
Everybody going to get hurt. Yeah. No, I can't think of a superstar that might play 17 games this year. Like, not nobody that's like a Saquon Barkley. I don't see him playing 17 games. I don't see a nigga like Fred Warner playing a middle linebacker position. You want to ask Fred Warner to play middle linebacker Sunday and then come play middle linebacker Wednesday? No. Like, do they understand the strain that they are putting on these guys' bodies? And then it'd be a shit product. I remember we used to get games on Thanksgiving. It was like, yes, it's a Thanksgiving game. It made sense. Okay? Football has always been about Sunday. It is. We gather together, we cook, we drink, we smoke, we talk about what we're going through while we watch every single game that we possibly can. okay, this is a blowout on Fox. Let's turn to the game on CBS. Right? That's how I grew up watching football. You know what I mean? So seeing this shit now, like it's probably gonna be like 6 games on Sundays now.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous. Like you're expecting the Ravens to go to Rio, play a game, catch an international flight, and then suit right the fuck back up. Like, come on, bro. It's not. It doesn't make sense for the safety of the players.
The Ravens play. The Ravens are going to play on November the 1st and Sunday in Buffalo. They're going to play November 5th, that Thursday, at home against Jacksonville. Versus Jacksonville at home.
Okay.
And then they're going to turn around and play the Chargers at home on Monday Night Football the following week.
That's 3 games that's like 3 games in 9 days, yo.
It's a lot. And now the good thing about the Ravens schedule is they have a late bye. But that would be the only thing that I'm more interested in when I hear about the schedule is when's our bye week.
I'm not sure if a late bye is a good thing the way that schedule is looking though.
Yeah, like that's the thing that you look for. We look for, okay, when's our bye week? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
when's our bye week? Because they're gonna need it.
Yo, can you imagine being a running back right now, yo? Like the toll. What I'm saying is, them niggas need that recovery during the week, yo. Like that's why football was only 1 day a week, because you go beat the hell out your body and you get the rest, maybe do some film on a Monday, you get some more recovery on Tuesday. Okay, you might do pads on Wednesday, but Thursday and Friday is more recovery. Saturday you rest and Sunday you playing. Now it's like,
who knows,
you beat the hell out your body on Sunday and you got to be ready by Wednesday. No, yo, that's not right. That's not fair to these players, yo. That's not fair. And not only do you need to be ready by Wednesday, but you got to be ready by Wednesday in another fucking country. So that means you done sat on a plane for 13 hours. You ain't had no time to practice. You ain't had no time for film. You're going to have to do film on the fucking plane. Because you're going to touch down.
That's where we're headed.
I don't want you to get through customs alone. Yo, you know what it's going to take for 55 niggas? You know how long it's going to be for 55 niggas and coaches to go through customs alone?
Yeah.
And then you got to spend another hour.
That's where it's going.
Yeah, then you got to spend another hour or two getting checked into the hotel, right?
Yep.
And then you got to eat. And then you got to rest. So then you wake up Tuesday, right? So then you wake up Tuesday and you got 1 day to prepare for Pat Mahomes. You got 1 day to prepare for Josh fucking Allen. You got 1 day to prepare for Lamar Jackson. That's why them games be shit on Thursday. Niggas be having 1 day of practice, 1 day of film. And then they expecting you to go fucking stop Saquon Barkley in a tush push when you just fucking had to deal with Jahmyr Gibbs on Sunday. No, yo. No.
I agree.
The Ravens played 2 Thursday night games this year. They play on New Year's Eve. They're playing on New Year's Eve at Cincinnati. Okay. We close the season playing 3 divisional games.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the divisional games at the end. I don't mind the divisional games at the end of the season. I don't mind that. I like divisional games at the end of the year.
Because sometimes it could dictate what the playoffs are going to look like. But still, I'm just thinking about business-wise. Let's keep it real. Business-wise, it's a great thing to have football all throughout the week from a business standpoint. But I'm thinking about the health and well-being of the players, yo.
Yeah, but the
I'm
NFL
about the health and like them motherfuckers is going to be broken in half by week 9, bro. Watch how many injuries just come out of nowhere this year, yo.
But the thing is, yo, because the NFL is so big and so powerful, they can just pretty much bully everybody. Because like I don't know when the TV agreement runs out with CBS and Fox, but if I'm CBS and Fox, I'm looking at you crazy. Like, yo, so what you want us to pay? Because these games is going elsewhere, and the NFL going to sit there and say, my offer to you is nothing. Stay with us or don't, and they're going to have to stay with us. Do you know the NFL? You know they still have the they recently signed the exclusive agreement with EA to keep making Madden exclusively.
Mhm.
Here's the funny thing. EA Sports doesn't actually want to do it. EA Sports was like, nah, we cool letting that wear, because it's a big check they got to write to the NFL to have the exclusive rights. And so from what I don't know this for sure. This is what I heard. EA didn't even want to do it. EA was like, nah, we don't want to write the check. You can let other people make football games. The NFL pretty much bullied them and said, no, you're gonna write us a check, or we're gonna sign an exclusive deal somewhere else and shut you out. So what can you do other than write them a check? The NFL can just bully everybody because they are the biggest, sport. So I don't expect anything to really change. Like CBS and Fox might feel away. They're not going to do nothing because the NFL is like Michael Corleone. My offer to you is nothing.
And then, what I'm saying is, Reg, you know how many football fans going to miss out because we working Wednesday night, Thursday night, Sunday.
I'm working the next, man. I ain't gonna see none of these games.
Yeah, that's facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Unless I take off. And I ain't taking off, but for Ravens home night games, I ain't taking off. I'm not taking off for a Lions Packers game on Thursday night. No, I'm not doing that.
But you would love to enjoy that shit on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You want to watch these big games on Sunday night because Sunday night, Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
So it's just
Sunday's not even special no more.
No, it's not. They're not special because they've put these games on Thursday. They're putting these games on Friday. They're putting these games on. I mean, we've always had Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football has always been a thing. So, but it's just to me, it's just we're playing games on different nights. We're stretching the schedule out. Again, 18 game schedule is coming, whether we like it or not. That's coming. That's what a lot of this is prepping for.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to do an 18 game schedule? Do we keep it as the teams have 8 home games, 8 road games, and those other 2 games are just international games? Is it going to be a point where everybody's got to play 2 international games a year? Is that where we're going? Is it where we're going to have a point where it's just going to be a game in fucking in London every fucking week, and everybody's got to play there twice a year? Is that where we're going?
Yeah.
That's where we had. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
the one thing about the NBA that they got right, when they went to Africa, they didn't tell niggas to go play in Africa. They said, let's start the NBA Africa. So whereas though we can start finding, like, what's wrong with NBA England, NFL England? What's wrong with NFL China? Like, you could put another league there. Like, there are football leagues in other countries that play American football. Why not partner up with them?
Yeah, I agree.
You see what I'm saying? Why take our talent? Listen, Adam Silver, he's not trying to lose 50 games of 20 games of OKC in another country. You understand? He's not trying to necessarily lose the American base to gain foreign credibility. And I get it, we had the Dream Team, and the Dream Team made it easy for what the NBA does now. But why not just partner up with other leagues? Like, why would you? And see, football is not basketball, bro. You can hoop 3 days in a row and feel good, nigga. You play 3 straight days of contact football and let me know how the fuck you feel after that shit. This is a totally different strain on your body. And you're asking guys to sit on planes for 13 hours, get 1 day of rest, and get right back forward 3 days later? No, yo, that's not fair. That's really not fair. I don't give a fuck how much they paying them. I know we like to say they getting paid millions, deal with it. Nah, fuck that. That's not fair. Like, they go, like, you know how many niggas getting CTE in the regular schedule? Now you're gonna ask a nigga to take a hit on the head Saturday, Sunday to get hit in the head Wednesday? Yo, a lot of these niggas gonna end up brain dead, bro. We're gonna look back 2030 and look back and be like, damn. Yo, the NFL fucked him up.
All right, let's leave it there, fellas. We're going to bed here. All right, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Till next time.
All right, fellas. Peace.